Okay, hello everyone. We are on the Google Summer of Code 2017 demo day, and we have here several of the students in the Liquid Galaxy Lab in Lleida, but also we have many other people from around the world and also mentors and other students. So next presentation is the presentation from Mohammad Kayali that is living on Washington area in the US, and he will present by himself. But I would like, before to make a brief presentation, what we are gonna see now is a presentation of a project based on the physical web Eddystone stuff from Google. The other projects we have seen are more based on Liquid Galaxy, but these ones that we are going to show are based on these beacons, special beacons from Google. And also I would like first to introduce and say hello to mentors of Mohammad are living in Tenerife. This is Fran and Jorge. Please say hello.
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
You can change the screen to the guys, to the mentors, Mohammad, and
Yeah.
you're the one changing the screen
Yes.
to the video. Okay, so Fran and Jorge say hello. And also I think is Paco there?
Yeah.
Paco is not mentoring you, but Paco is a colleague of Fran and Jorge in the company Kainomi that are doing absolutely amazing things from Tenerife to the world. Those are not Google related at this time, but they are from Google, GTG, Google developer groups in Tenerife, but they are not working for the IBM in the quantum stuff. And I will tell you that look for quantum experience on Google and go to the IBM site. And these guys have been the ones doing that amazing experience that you can try to use qubits to use quantum, the real IBM computer, quantum computer that has in New York Heights, with where our beloved Ismael Faro is living with Mario and his son. And please do it. Go and look for quantum experience. Amazing job these guys have done. So Mohammad, this is your turn. I'm passing you. Remember to introduce yourself. Where are you? Where you study? Where do you live? And then explain a little bit about the project and so on. If I will make questions if needed, and I'm giving you the word.
All right. Thank you. Hello. My name is Mohammad Kayali. I'm a student at the University of Washington in Seattle, and I'm part of the Google Summer of Code program. I'm currently presenting to you from Jordan, which is my home country. And my project has been working with these beacons, physical web beacons, to build a digital information system for the visitors of museums and art galleries. So the idea is that the people working at the museum can make these guys point to content about the pieces on display, and then visitors walk in with their smartphones and see that information and can access that information easily. So what I wanted to do is take you from start to end of setting up this system, how someone would set up the system. So the first part I've developed is an app called Beacon Curator. And this is the app used by the people at the museum to set the system up. So when you first install, you will see a screen something like this. Okay, so once you get started, you'll notice the app uses Google Drive. All the content you add to this app is put on Google Drive, so you can easily get that content. It's not locked to our platform. So I'll, just let's see, choose the user. I'm going to choose this guy. And you get an authentication flow. I'm just going to hit allow. Give it a second. Authentication is successful. We hit next. And what you'll see is this is the home page. Okay, so the first step we want to do is we want to add these beacons. So if you just swipe from here, you'll see the menu. And I'm going to go to beacons first. See that there's no beacons currently. Let me just hit the plus button. I'm going to hit allow. Okay, I'm just going to turn this beacon on. And you'll see that it immediately appears there. Once you click here, you can give the beacon any name you want. So I'm going to call this beacon the entrance beacon. Okay, just call it the entrance beacon. You can see the MAC address there. And I'm going to hit confirm. And you see a small tick mark right there. So I'm going to turn this beacon off and do the same for the rest of the beacons. So if you hit refresh, you'll see another beacon. Let's call this the beacon maybe for the lobby of the museum. I'm going to add another one. Let's call this one maybe the balcony beacon. And the last one we will call the main room beacon. Why not? Main. Okay, so now all of them have been added. And we can just go back and you'll see that all the beacons are listed here. You can of course delete them and you can also change the names. So if I wanted to call this something else, you can just change the name right there. All right, so now that we've added the beacons, we want to upload content to these beacons. So you swipe right and you go to the exhibits selection. You'll see there's no active exhibits and there's no stored exhibits. So we hit plus and we need to give it a name. I want to make today's exhibit about Shakespeare. So I'm going to say Shakespeare. Great. You'll see it's added down here. If you click on it, I mean, of course, there's also an overflow menu. If you no longer want it, you can just hit delete. But we want to add content to this. So first, what you see when you open an exhibit is the metadata for the exhibit. So I can hit edit, I can change the name, and I can give it a description. So I'm going to call this the Great Playwright. I hope I spelled that right. The Great Playwright. And then you'll see this button to make it the active exhibit. What this means is you can have multiple exhibits, like different content for each beacon. And you can switch between them very easily by just making this exhibit the active one. So this will deploy the contents to the beacons. So now let's actually add the contents. If you just click on the beacon, you'll see the page to add contents. So if you hit plus, you'll be able to upload audio, video, and images. So let me show you that. I'm going to hit plus, and I'm going to go to my demo folder. So here, you can see the demo folder, and you can see that you can upload a number of different contents. So let's start with uploading images. I'm just going to upload this image, and I'm going to upload another one. Okay, so now we see there's two different images. Yeah, you can hit the X button to delete them, to remove them from the exhibit, but also you can long press here and change the order. And this order will be reflected for what the visitors see. Okay, I'm going to go back. I added some content to the entrance beacon. I want to add something else to the lobby beacon, maybe an audio file. So here's an audio file, and maybe also you can mix content. So we're also going to have an image. So you're going to see this image and this audio file. And let's see if you can actually hear this. I'm going to hit play. There's also, there's an audio file and a video file. And you can just hit the play button. I'm not sure if you heard that, but the audio previews. And also same thing, you can switch these around. You can switch the order around. And you can even add videos. So let me just add a video.
We heard it.
You heard it? Great.
Yeah.
And you can also play videos. So if you can see this video playing, that's a scene from Macbeth. Anyways, so now we've uploaded the content. Let's double check that they're actually sent to the Google Drive. You can do this by just going back to the home page, and you'll see that it says synchronization complete. So that means the content has been uploaded. what we want to do next is give it a map of the gallery we're working with. So, it just asks for an image, and I just gave it this square room, right? And it says to add the beacon, you just click on a place where you want the beacon to be added. So I'm going to say the entrance is going to be here. I'm going to put the lobby beacon up there. Maybe put the balcony here, and the main room there. And by just clicking on them, you can add the locations. Say I want to switch these, I can just tap on them, and they'll be removed. And then we can say, okay, I want the main room to be there and the lobby to be there. All right, and this is also uploaded to the Google Drive. So synchronization is complete. The last step the museum administrators have to take is to configure these beacons. So today I'll be hosting the content on GitHub pages, because the physical web protocol says the pages have to be HTTPS, so I can't use a local web server. So in the settings page, I just opened settings, and there you can set the server address and update the beacon. So let's set the server address. I'm just going to type the address in. Okay, well, double check. Just type the server address in and hit OK. Now what we do is I'm going to grab these beacons and put them in configuration mode, and then hit the refresh button. And you'll see that one beacon has been configured. I'll turn another one on. Let's try that again. 2 beacons have been configured. Third one. Oh, it stopped scanning. Sometimes it takes a couple of tries. Okay, hit refresh. Okay, now we see that 4 beacons have been successfully configured. So what we'll do is, what we need to do next is generate the HTML pages. And this is done not on the Android app, but on the desktop, on a server. So I'm going to switch to my desktop and show you how this is done. Let's share my desktop. Whoops. Can everyone see my desktop?
Yes.
You can see my, okay, sweet. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to open the server. And the server is just a simple Python application, which you run with this command. And when you run this command, what will happen is a web page will open asking you to log into your account, which you put the content on. So I'm going to choose that account, and you'll see that the authentication flow has been completed. You get this message up here. So I'm just going to close this, and you see that already it started downloading right here the contents of the video. It's currently downloading the video. It's going to download the images and all that stuff. You guys see the text here? Probably make it larger. Okay. Or maybe not. Anyways, you see the last message down here is that the website has been exported to this folder, which is here. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the contents of this folder and upload them to my GitHub pages. So I'm going to delete everything in its current place and paste the new contents and commit. I'm going to say this is the Hangouts demo. commit to master, and then we're going to synchronize. It's going to take a minute if you, because it's uploading the video. So I'll just give it a sec. Okay, and I think that's completed. What we'll have to do now is, let me just very quickly check that it's live. Yeah, and you can see it's live. So let me stop screen sharing and let me show you what happens. Oh, I turned some of them off. Wait a second.
Mohammad?
Yes. Can you see me?
Let me interrupt you for a second.
Sorry?
Do you listen to me?
I can hear you.
Listen us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Let me interrupt you for a exploration. What is exactly the backend you're using and how it works about the data for the user and for the application?
Of course. So what I'm using is, on the phone side, this application uses a backend called Room, which is an ORM, which is kind of like an abstraction over SQL. And that's how the content is stored locally, along with some JSON to store stuff like the order of the beacons. We then use the Google Drive API to upload the content to the Google Drive. And then the Python application on the server uses the same API to grab that content and process that into HTML. The visitors use the physical web protocol to visit the page, but we also have a dedicated app to do that, which I'll demo in a second.
Okay, continue, please.
All right, so the problem is these beacons, it's hard to tell if they're on and off. So I'm just going to have to quickly turn all of them off and turn them on back again. Sorry. So these two are on. Okay. Let me put this to be quite clear. Okay. Last one. Okay. So now all of the beacons are turned on. And what you'll see is I have created an app for visitors to use. This app is optional. So if you use if your smartphone has support for the physical web protocol, what you'll see is the physical web will show you a notification that if you click, you will be taken to the page. You'll be taken to the page, and you can clearly just press on the beacons and view the contents. All right, you can also play let me show you, you can play the audio. But originally I had intended that once you open this page, it will find which beacon is nearest and automatically open that beacon. However, it turns out the web Bluetooth scanning API is not implemented in major browsers. So to remedy this, the answer was we made an Android app which can scan for beacons called Beacon Viewer. And once you install this very small app, what happens is, let me show you. Once you open this app, it will scan for beacons around you. And it will load the beacon. The contents for the beacon are closest. You'll see the balcony beacon is loaded. And the video will also play. Now, if I move this beacon away and bring another beacon in, you'll see it loads the other beacon. So this one. And every 20 seconds, it will scan for beacons. You can tell it's scanning when the icon shows up here. And it will switch it will switch the beacons. This one doesn't have any content on it. We didn't upload any. I think the last one is this one. And every 20 seconds, it will scan and show you the contents for that beacon automatically. So the idea is, as you walk around the museum, it will automatically show the right content. You can scroll down and see the other photos. That's about it. Any questions? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the demo's done. So
It's great. I think Andreu is there. Are the guys there? Can you hear us?
Yes.
great. That was the demo. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it.
So explain again what is the agenda about the implementation of the web Bluetooth. You say that the implementation is not already done in some browsers. This includes Chrome.
Yeah.
Explain again what's the problem
to
develop the Chrome application to Chrome, the Android application to explain why.
Okay. So the idea was originally that we would have the web app that you opened. So once you open this app in the web browser, JavaScript would run in the background, and every, say, 20 seconds, it would scan for beacons around you. And what it would do is it would load the page for the closest beacon as you were walking around the space. However, we discovered that the API we want to use is called Web Bluetooth Scanning, and it's been standardized, but it's not actually implemented in most browsers. So we couldn't actually use it. But we still wanted to have that feature where the user can walk around the exhibit, and as they stand in front of some content, it automatically updates. So to solve this problem, we used an Android app, because with Android apps, you can scan for beacons around you every X amount of time.
What is that? To be clear, you're using Android, so you're using Chrome, and at this time you say, and I imagine this is the way, Chrome has not implemented the full web Bluetooth stack, so you cannot detect the proximity, the level. This is the thing. But you say there are other browsers that have it implemented?
Currently, the mainstream ones have not. The standard exists, but that's about it.
Okay, so when we launched the different projects thinking about for this year, we know that very clear. Web Bluetooth is slowly being implemented on the different web browsers, and I appreciate you have made this work around. And also, I would like to ask to our colleague Gerard, that it's over there, that he approaches here. Please come here. English. Take the seat. Sit here, and let's make a funny conversation, because Gerard has also done. He will present later a project like yours, and not exactly the same, but I use it physical web edition beacons, and because you're only beacon.
Actually, I'm just saving data to beacons. So what he was trying to do is to scan several beacons at once with any browser.
Any?
Yeah.
No, any browser.
Okay.
Actually, Chrome is the most advanced browser when it comes to web Bluetooth. So if Chrome can do it, it's impossible anywhere else.
Oh,
Yeah.
So what?
It's true.
Anyway, so what I'm doing is just connecting to one. You can either read or write, and what you can do is to read multiple at once, which is what he was saying.
You were exchanging information, I think. Been exchanging emails.
Yeah.
Are you
Yeah.
friends now? Are you gonna come with us to the US? Because this guy is in Washington. What about your agenda for October? Tell me about your agenda.
My agenda. I will be flying back to
What is your agenda next October?
next October, or this October, this year or next year.
Mohammad,
Yes.
I'm telling you that what is your agenda, personal agenda for next October?
For next October, I'll be in university then, so I'm flying back soon. And if you guys are around, then of course you're welcome.
Mohammad, what is your agenda for next October?
This year or next year?
I think you're having like some issue with the connection, right?
Yeah. Andrew, we're having trouble hearing you. So the October of this year, I'll be flying back to Seattle and just continuing my studies. So if you're ever in Seattle,
I was asking this because a group of these guys will be this October, next October, in a month. Oh, hello, testing 1, 2, 3. We have a very bad Wi-Fi. I know.
yeah, I think I can hear you. Hello.
Okay, wait a second. ¿Pregunto algo? ¿No? ¿Se utiliza o lo practican? ¿Cómo es esto?
Okay. All right, my goals. So, in my original proposal, I think I have met all my concrete goals. All my main goals I have met. So that, enrolling the beacons, uploading content, syncing it to Drive, presenting it to the user, all that. We had 2 extension goals, one of which I managed to meet. The first extension goal was to have exhibits that can be switched between. And that's, you saw that with the active exhibit button. The second goal was to add analytics to this program. And unfortunately, that extension goal we did not meet because I had to work on finding a solution to the web Bluetooth scanning API issue, which was writing the Android app. As for my feelings about Google Summer Code, it's been really good. I had a great time. I learned a lot of stuff that I had not, a lot of technologies that I had not worked with before. For example, Bluetooth Low Energy, but also I learned about stuff like ORM, like abstraction layers over SQL. That's been really cool. I gained a lot of experience, I think, with managing larger applications because this application has many moving parts and they have to all work together. And I feel that's maybe not something you learn in college that much. So overall, yeah, it's been a great experience. And thank you to my mentors, Fran and George. Thank you to you, Andrew, you too, for helping me throughout. And that's about it.
Okay, good. say bye-bye and thank you for your presentation.
Thank you very much. I'll be stopping the recording.